guys, it's all riled up with Marc and Shay. And today we're going to talk to you guys about our rooster Rufio and how we are introducing a rooster into an already established flock of hens. So there are 6 things to keep in mind.
One of them is, why are you getting a rooster in the first place? Another one would be, what age should your rooster be in comparison to your other hens? And where are you going to purchase them from?
And when you purchase him, you want to make sure that you're purchasing a healthy rooster. So when you're going to be introducing him to an already established flock of hens, you're going to want to quarantine him. And then you're going to want to make sure that the first introduction is good and safe for everybody. And third, most important, mating and making sure that that's safe for the birds as well. Because I don't know if you've ever seen, I will not show that on this video. The mating is, Anyway, so let's talk about why you're getting a rooster, why we wanted to get a rooster in our flock. So we had a bit of a pecking problem, and there were many things that we did. I think in this video you'll see it, there was some treats that we hung up.
Oh yeah, we hung up cabbage, like a tether ball, off of the ceiling of the coop. That really worked. Chickens, they really didn't peck at all. After that, there was actually a little to no pecking, I should say. There was still a little bit of pecking, but the whole pecking problem disappeared about 99% of the time.
Yeah, so along with implementing those, I guess they call them tetherball treats, we also wanted to make sure that we had a rooster. There's some sort of authority in the group when I'm not around or when Marc's not around. And then I was kind of thinking about it, and I was like, well, it was because, of course, the pecking order, but then also because I kind of just wanted a rooster in there. So I did some research, looked all over the place, people who were selling them, and there's actually quite a few people that were selling them. I was talking to the individuals, how they feed them, where they keep them, just because I wanted to make sure that we're purchasing a rooster that's healthy and everything like that. So I got in contact with a good couple, and they had actually several roosters, and a few of them were, I think, around the same age, if not maybe a little younger than our hens, which is important to keep in mind. When you're introducing a rooster, or really kind of almost any other bird, into an already established flock of hens, you want to make sure that they're around the same age. If they're not around the same age, then there's other things you want to do, but we can talk about that in another video when I get my chicks, or that I just ordered. Anyway, but when you're introducing a rooster, you don't want a rooster that is way older than your flock of hens, because he's going to be more dominant, he's going to be more aggressive, and that's just not good for anybody. You don't want one that's too young, because the girls will just take complete advantage of that, and he'll be at the bottom of the pecking order so fast.
Or possibly die. Exactly.
I mean, they will, it's crazy in the coop, let me tell you. But, we found one, and he was around 6 to 7 months old, which, that's about maybe a little bit younger.
Birds are, I think, around 8.
Yeah, so
you get it within that month.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, you don't want something drastic, So when we went up to purchase him, we met with them, we talked to them, and I've been in contact with her for a while now anyway, so I kind of already know what she does. She's a crazy chicken lady like me, but she answered a lot of our questions. And when we first got him, the lady handed him to me, and when you're checking a rooster, if you're worried about fertilization or anything like that, you want to make sure that your rooster's like between the legs. How about like it's 2 fingers wide? But you just want to make sure so that that's healthy, so they can know that that they can do their job. And the other thing too is you want to check their body for any lumps, bumps, bugs, mites, anything like that. You want to check them. I did that, didn't see anything, and the way that the gentleman was feeding his birds, he does the same thing as I do. We both make our own feed, and he said that I think he gave him diatomaceous earth.
Yeah, diatomaceous earth. That just gets rid of, like what Shay was saying, the mites, the bugs to penetrate through feathers and stuff like that. And easy. All you have to do is just lay it on the ground, and they just bathe themselves in it and give themselves a dust bath.
Yeah, so it's pretty easy, and so I was really glad they actually to hear that they make their own feed and that they do that. So then we just took him home, and we bought him home in a. My brother and my sister gave us a cool dog cage. Well, they didn't give us one, but we borrowed it, and we put it in the coop because I noticed that he didn't have any bugs, mites, nothing. The only thing that I did see or notice was that on his comb, and you'll probably see in the video, he has little black spots. And I thought that it might have been, they call it flock pox. It's just like chicken pox. It's not deadly or anything. But after a few days, it was, you could tell that it was just like the scabbing from the other roosters pecking at each other. So we kept him in quarantine. Ideally, you want to keep him in quarantine.
We kept him in for about a week and a half.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 weeks just to be safe.
Yeah. So, and I kept him in the coop, and the reason I did that was because, like I said, I didn't see anything health-wise that was wrong with him, but I wanted the birds to get used to him. So I wanted them to know that there was a new little man coming into their coop, and this so they could get used to him. So the next thing to think about is how you're gonna introduce your rooster to the flock of hens. Like I mentioned, we moved him, he's in a coop. He was in his own little cage in the coop, so the birds were aware that he was there, but they weren't interacting with him. Mm-hmm. We did have a slight mess-up. I accidentally left his cage open, and he flew out, and he got into a fight with Dolly and Lacey right away. Those are the two that are pretty high. I know Dolly's definitely at the top of the pecking order. She's crazy. And Lacey's like up, she's pretty high up. Anyway, we got him into his cage. What was really cool is that the introduction is not only just for the hens, but it's also for you too. So there's definitely aggressive roosters. Some people want that. I definitely didn't, because I have my nephew that actually walks in and out of there to get eggs. But I just wanted to make sure that if he does go in there, that he wasn't going to get attacked at all. And then of course us, I didn't want to make sure that we were getting attacked, because roosters can really harm you if you're not paying attention. Mm-hmm. So he wasn't aggressive towards us, which is really, really good. We were actually, pretty grateful that he wasn't. And you'll see in the next video that Lacey pecked him, and it's just to show her dominance. Chickens have a pecking order. Some think that the rooster sits at the top. Sometimes he does. In our case, he kind of sits in... He's
like top 5.
Yeah, top 5, I would say. But overall, the introduction went really well. I was there to monitor it. Actually, we were there in the video. You actually hear, I think, my brother, my sister, and my nephew. They were all in there. So we were all there to watch them. And other just than that quick little fight, nothing else really happened. And the mating. Okay, so to know that you have a good rooster, roosters... they're smooth and nice to their hens, meaning that they do like a little dance. They'll stomp their feet, or they'll ruffle their feathers, just to get one of the girls' attention. And the girl will kind of squat down a little bit to say that, okay, yeah, she's ready to mate. And you want to make sure that you have those characteristics in your rooster, because if you don't, the rooster can just go and force himself on the hen, and then could actually hurt her, because like I said, I think in the beginning of the video, this mating is not...
It's very explicit.
Yeah, it's a little rough. It's a little rough. But anyway, so we noticed that he was healthy when we purchased him, around the same age of our girls. We purchased him from a good couple, and they were super knowledgeable in their chickens, their roosters. They had turkeys. They had all kinds of animals, so it was really cool seeing that. And then quarantining him, did fine, hasn't spread anything to our other birds. Of course, I make sure that they're safe. Like Marc said, we sprinkle diatomaceous. Also, we make our own feed. We feed them herbs to make sure that they're healthy. Mm-hmm. And other than that, he's been doing pretty good. And I haven't seen the mating, thank Lord. But I don't know yet. I don't know if we're going to be getting fertilized chicks. I haven't seen a broody hen yet, but if it does happen, of course, I'll make a video on it to show you guys. So enjoy the next clip, where it's just him getting out of the cage, getting used to the girls, and seeing how that all goes.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Here he comes. Yep. Here. badass rooster. Ooh, did he get her? No.
She got him.
She got him. He's like, I want to go back in. Where's that?
He's right here.
Shay, why do you make that sound?
Do you see that coming off?
Did he crack one? Take that one for bear then.
There's one over here.
Nice.